Hello everybody, welcome to the video. So today we're going to be talking about the Canon EOS R5 Mark II and the specs that are leaked right now on Canon Rumors. Are they underwhelming? Are they overwhelming? Are you excited by the camera? Are you not so excited about the camera? Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, let's talk about the specs. Like, I'm an R5 user. I've had the R5 since day one. R5 Mark II is on the way. Some of you watching this video, you probably already have the R5 and you're looking at the R5 Mark II specs and you're saying, is it worth spending? Because the rumor is that the camera is going to be what, $38.99, so just shy of $4,000. Is it worth upgrading to the R5 Mark II, or should you stick to the R5, or just buy another R5 body? Because for the price of the R5 Mark II, you could probably buy two R5 bodies, one new, one used. Anyway, let's go over their specs, see what it's all about here. So, all right, so first up we have a 45 megapixel BSI stack sensor, which doesn't make sense because the stack sensor is BSI, so you don't have to say BSI. But anyway, it's a stack sensor, which means that the readout speeds for the sensor are going to be a lot faster. So who does that really benefit? Not me. Like, I shoot a lot of weddings, events, portraits, that kind of thing. I don't shoot sports, I don't shoot birds, I don't shoot wildlife, I don't shoot things that are moving fast. So for me, stack sensor really isn't going to make much of a difference. So it's not really something that's alluring me to buy the R5 Mark II. Expect about 30% improvement in rolling shutter over the R3, which makes it a massive improvement over the R5. Yes, that's correct, but it all depends on what you shoot. If you're shooting portraits of people and they're sitting there and you're shooting them, or they're posing and you're shooting them, it's not going to make a difference. But if they're running around and you're trying to shoot them, it will make a difference. So is this improvement worth it to me? I wouldn't say so, no. There's a pre-burst feature superior to that found in the EOS R6 Mark II. I guess if you use pre-burst, that's something like, again, I shoot weddings, events, I shoot portraits of people. I don't need to pre-burst them, but if you're shooting like wildlife or sports or something like that, I could see that being super handy for you. All right, so the R5 Mark II is gonna have both a mechanical shutter and an electronic shutter, which is great. Personally, I like the mechanical shutter. I've been shooting with the mechanical shutter on the R5 since I first got it 4 years ago, and I just love the click, click, click. Oh, thunder! Here we go. Storm's coming. I like the click, clink, click, clink. I like the feeling of the shutter. It's a feedback, right? So apparently, from what I've heard, is that there's going to be a haptic feedback in the R5 Mark II. So if you are shooting without the mechanical shutter, the hand grip or something will vibrate or click or something like that, so you'll know you're shooting the photo. So it won't just be completely silent, which I do like. So that's pretty cool, Canon. Kudos to that. All right, so here we have 12 frames per second mechanical, 30 frames per second electronic. Again, for me, it makes no difference. I'm not shooting people moving fast or sports or anything like that. If I get like one, or if I get 5 shots a second, that's fine for me. Like, I don't mind. Certain ergonomic design features from the Canon EOS R6 Mark II are expected to be incorporated into the R5 Mark II, with the video stills toggle being notable and obvious. Obviously, I mean, if Canon made the same mistake and had no video photo switch on the R5 Mark II as they do on the R5, by the way, if you're buying an R5 used and you don't know how to switch between photo and video, check out that video right there. But yeah, if Canon made that same mistake again, like, it'd be ridiculous. No smart controller, okay. There will be eye-controlled AF. Okay, so this is kind of cool. I mean, the R3 has this where you can use your eye to select your autofocus mode. And I haven't played around with the R3, so I can't really say if that's a positive or negative. It's designed for people who shoot sports or need to move focus points around really fast. So I guess, again, this R5 Mark II seems like it's really geared towards people who shoot action photography, sports and action. And if you do that kind of photography and you want a sports and action shooter or a wildlife shooter, so, bird shooter, that kind of thing, I think the R5 Mark II is going to be great. But so far, these features for people like me who shoot portraits, it's really lackluster. It's not enticing me to want to buy it. Advancements in heat dissipation technology have led to enhanced performance in video recording and high frame rate. Considering that the R5 original had 0 heat dissipation technology, even if you added like a dot of thermal paste, it would be an advancement. So take that with a grain of salt. It means whatever it means. Hopefully Canon has done a better job with the thermal architecture, and there's some heat pipes or heat dissipation. I don't really care to see a fan, but I would love to see some kind of heat sinks in the camera. I'm sure there'll be a teardown video within a few weeks of the camera coming out, and we'll know for sure if there's any kind of heat dissipation or if it's just a spot of thermal paste. Okay, what's next on here? You can look at the patent breakdown from last week. Some of the things listed there are coming Just pay attention to the body type in the patent drawings. All right, let's go take a look at that. So I'm going to throw these pictures up on the screen here so you can see them, and these are from CanonRumors.com, and I'm going to link Canon Rumors down below. Specifically, I'm going to link this this blog post so you can go directly there and take a look for yourself. What are we looking at here? Tilting EVF in all its glory. Okay, so if the R5 Mark II has a tilting EVF, that could be a lot of fun. That could be a lot of fun. A lot of people aren't really shooting with the EVF. I'm old school. I don't like shooting looking at the LCD screen. I like the EVF, but if it tilts down and you can kind of take shots like this, that would be great for product photography or incognito street shots or something like that. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got here. And this is pretty cool right here. This is like, if you notice the grip here, there's vents on the grip, which leads you to believe that there's a cooling fan or some kind of active cooling in the grip. So that's awesome. So if you just want to shoot photos and you don't want the grip and you just want to have a nice light small camera setup, there you go. But if you want to shoot video and you want to shoot 8K video or whatever, 4K 120, and the camera's overheating, you can cool down the camera with the grip. I think that's a really cool idea, Canon, if that's what you're doing and that's what this is showing. I'm 100% behind that. I think that's really cool. In fact, like, I would even say like there should be two grips, one for photographers and one for videographers. Like, it would be great like if we had a videographer only grip that had full-size HDMI, XLR or mini XLR ports, extra battery, fan, all that kind of fun stuff. So who knows, maybe that's what we're looking at here, maybe not. All right, and this photo kind of shows like these little boxes here where the haptic feedback will be. So if you're holding the camera in vertical or horizontal grip, although this camera does look more like the R1 than the R5, but hopefully they put that haptic feedback in the R5 Mark II. And here we have a patent for an internal ND. That would be pretty cool. I mean, if they could do it, that would be pretty cool. I know Fujifilm just came out with the X100VI. It's a small little pocket-sized camera, and it has IBIS and internal ND. So if Fuji can figure out how to do it in a tiny little body like that, I'm sure Canon can do it in a full-size body with the R5 Mark II. So yeah, that's pretty cool. If we get internal ND filters, because I know as a content creator, YouTuber, I've gone out to like make a video somewhere in the park or whatever, and then I set up my camera and then I realized I forgot to bring my ND filter or variable ND filter, and it's like I can't film because it's too bright. And yeah, I screwed myself over. So to have one built into the camera, that would be awesome. All right, so let me know in the comments down below, what do you shoot primarily, and are you enticed by these specs? Do these specs get you excited? Are you like, yes, I absolutely have to have the R5 Mark II? Is it because of the specs, or is it just because of FOMO? Like, you know, do you just want it because it's the newest, the latest, and the greatest, or do you actually need it? So I'm kind of curious, what are you guys looking for? Do you guys really need an R5 Mark II? Is that stack sensor really gonna change your photography that much? I don't know, if you shoot sports, I can obviously see you like super into it, or if you shoot birds and wildlife, I could see you being into it. But if you're shooting portraits of people, product shots, is it really gonna move the needle for you? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. All right, so here's the big question. Will I be buying the Canon EOS R5 Mark II? Well, I kind of don't have a choice, right? Like, I'm a photographer, videographer first, and then I'm a YouTuber. But as a YouTuber, I have to understand that you guys all want to see videos about the R5 Mark II and the R5 and comparison videos and spec videos and all that kind of stuff. So I have to buy it. It's just part of the business of the YouTube channel. But if I wasn't doing YouTube, if I was just a photographer, videographer, I would be really underwhelmed with the specs. I probably would end up buying a second R5 body and roll with two R5s. That way I have the same settings in both cameras, the same color science with both cameras. When I'm doing video projects for clients, the Kelvin, the look, everything's gonna be identical on both cameras, and that's a huge bonus. So yeah, if I wasn't doing YouTube, I would just buy another R5 body, especially around Black Friday, US Thanksgiving, Black Friday. The R5 value is going to drop, and you're gonna get, like literally, you can watch a video about it here, but you're gonna get a camera with flagship quality specs without the flagship quality price, and that's what the R5 really is. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.